A very good morning to my dear students. Hope you all are fine. In today's social science class of class 9, today we are going to start with the chapter Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. On the discussion of each and every topic, the page has been already mentioned of your book of history book. Now, before starting with this topic is divided into two parts. One is socialism in Europe, how socialism propagated and expanded in Europe, and then the other part is the Russian Revolution. First, we will discuss about the socialism in the Europe. Now, the French Revolution, as we have earlier learned in the previous chapter, the French Revolution opened up the possibility of creating a dramatic changes in the in contest to the social as well as economic, because French Revolution was quite successful in France. As a result, the discussions regarding the French Revolution, the success of French Revolution has been discussed in every part of the world, especially in the Europe. Now, due to that, there is a development in the colonies reshaped the ideas of societal changes. So everybody wants to change their colonies, and there was an idea of societal changes that society want to change. New ideas about individual rights who control social power began to be discussed. Now the people start discussing about how their rights, what are their rights and what are their duties. So they want that power which is controlled by the society, not by the capitalist, not by the monarchs. In the same manner, in India at that very time, Raja Ram Mohan Rai and Dorozia, they talked about the French Revolution and the same discussion regarding the revolution and the free of colonies from the British rule starting in India also. Responses now varied from different groups. Now, as we know that not everyone in Europe wanted a complete transformation, so there was a range of different opinion among three groups. That groups were conservatives, radicals and liberals, which we are going to discuss later on. Now, in the 20th century, with the Russian Revolution, socialism becomes significant and popular. As we know that there was a starting of revolution in the France that leads to the Russian Revolution, because socialism become very important part of people living in Europe. So now we are going to discuss about the three kind of opinions which were prevalent at that time. Number one is the liberals. Liberals, basically its name itself suggests that liberal means freedom. So liberal wanted a nation which, because they wanted such a nation, they have an opinion that a nation should respect all the religions. That means tolerated all religions. Second, they want secular kind of a country in their country, that is it favored rights of all individuals. It should not be given to nobles or capitalists or industrialists or only. The right should be given to women also. Next, they oppose the uncontrolled power of dynastic rulers. They don't want ki the by birth those who become the rulers, they should control each and every life of an individual. They are not in favor of that thing. Now, liberals were not democratic and did not believe in universal adult franchise. Now, the problem with liberals was that they were not democratic. Democratic, those who want a country where elected representatives form the government. So liberals don't want democratics and did not believe in universal adult franchise. They also did not want the vote for women. Women should not have the right to cast vote. They argued for the elected parliamentary government and independent judiciary. Now, the second are the radicals. Now, radicals itself means extreme. Those who have the extreme thoughts, they are considered as radical. Now, radicals wanted a government on majority of population. ਰੈਡੀਕਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਸੀ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਮੈਜੋਰਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ, ਬਟ ਦੇ ਸਪੋਰਟਡ ਵੂਮਨ ਸਫਰਗੇਟ ਮੂਵਮੈਂਟ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਵੂਮਨ ਵਾਂਟਸ ਅ ਰਾਈਟ ਟੂ ਕਾਸਟ ਵੋਟ, that's why they are in favor of that women who really want to revolutionize their freedom. Next is they oppose the privileges of great land owners and wealthy factory owners. Now the radicals, because they are extremist, they oppose that great land owner ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, they have the majority of land of the country, so they are ruling the country, peasants ਵਗੈਰਾ. that is why ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ wealthy factory owners ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ great land owners ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, they were opposed of their the kind of power they are enjoying. They were not against the existence of private property. Now radicals don't, they feel that ki private property should be there, but there should be a judicial distribution of that private property. It should not be economic concentration. Power should not be concentrated in the few hands. They dislike the concentration of poverty in the hands of few. They don't feel like कि private property should exist, but it should not be concentrated in the few hands, कि कुछ लोग ही ਇਹਦਾ benefit चुकन. Now next is the conservatives. Conservative itself ਜਿਹੜੇ conserve ਹੋਣ, orthodox ਹੋਣ, ਪੁਰਾਣੀ thinking ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ. ਹੁਣ conservatives, radicals ਤੇ liberals ਦੋਨਾਂ ਦੇ opposed ਸੀ, because ਇਹ old aristocracy ਦੇ ਨਾਲ relate ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ. After the French Revolution, now the conservatives open their mind to the need for the change. ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ conservative ਸੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ French Revolution was quite successful in France, so they don't want that kind of revolution in Russia. So ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ with passage of time ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਾਈਂਡਸ ਨੂੰ ਓਪਨ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਨਾਓ ਦੇਰ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਟਾਈਮ ਫॉर ਚੇਂਜ. ਨਾਓ ਦੇ ਬਿਲੀਵ, ਉਹ ਹੁਣੇ ਵੀ ਬਿਲੀਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਟਾਈਮ ਫॉर ਚੇਂਜ ਹੈਗਾ, ਬਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਸਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਓਲਡ ਅਰਿਸਟੋਕ੍ਰੇਸੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਖਤਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ. ਦ ਚੇਂਜ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਬੀ ਸਲੋ, ਗ੍ਰੈਜੂਅਲੀ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਇੱਕਦਮ ਡਰਾਸਟਿਕ ਚੇਂਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ. ਡੈਟ ਮੀਨਸ ਦ ਚੇਂਜ ਇਜ਼ ਅਡੋਪਟਡ ਥਰੂ ਅ ਸਲੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ. ਨਾਓ ਮੂਵਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਦ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਇਜ਼ the various attempts at revolution and national transformation in 19th century defines the limits and potential of political tendency. 19th century ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ revolutions ਜਾਂ national transformations ਹੋਈਆਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹੋ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ political tendencies ਹੈਗੀ, ਸਾਡੀ political parties ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ powers ਬਹੁਤ limited ਹੈਗੀਆਂ. they try to make changes, but they are unsuccessful in their attempts. Now we are going to discuss about the industrial society and ਜਿਹੜੇ social changes ਉਸ time ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੋਏ. Now ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ with the passage of time industrialization was taking place all over the world. Same is with the ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਯੂਰਪ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਇਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ. ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਐਂਡ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕ ਚੇਂਜਸ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ. ਨਿਊ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ, ਨਿਊ ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਕੇਮ ਅਪ ਐਂਡ ਨਿਊ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਅਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੀਜਨ ਸੀ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਲਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਜ਼ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਐਟ ਇਟਸ ਪੀਕ ਆਫ ਟਾਈਮ ਡਿਊਰਿੰਗ ਦੈਟ socialism and propagating in the Europe. Now railways expanded, because expansion of railways shows that there is a great export and import transactions between the countries. So railways ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਉਹ expand ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ. Industrial revolution ਆ ਗਿਆ next. Now ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸੀ, because in the starting of it was very new concept for the Europe, so it also brings certain problems along with it, that is industrial revolution ਦੀਆਂ problems ਕੀ ਸੀ ਉਸ time ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ. Now it brought men, women and children to the factories, because industrialization ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ workers they required, so that is why ਜਿਹੜੇ villages ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀ ਲੋਕੀ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ move ਕਰਨੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਕਿੱਥੇ, men, women and children, because child labor, whether it shows that, but at that time child labor was not exist, this concept was not existed at that time. So ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਲਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਾਰਨ ਮੈਨ, ਵਿਮਨ ਐਂਡ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਫੈਕਟਰੀਜ਼ ਵੱਲ ਆਉਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਏ. ਬਟ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਵਾਜ਼ ਦੈਟ ਦੇਅਰ ਵਰਕਿੰਗ ਆਵਰਸ ਵਰ ਟੂ ਲੌਂਗ. ਦੇ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਵਰਕ ਫॉर so much longer time that affects their health also. But the wages what they get in return of that prolonged working hours were very poor, were very low. Now because so many men, women and children, they are moving from their villages to the urban areas to get the employment, so as a result it creates a situation of unemployment. Now the other problem was that because near the industrial areas that when women and children were residing there, so it resulted in the problem of housing and sanitation problem were very much prominent over that areas. Now liberals and radicals, they search for the solutions for that problem, because men, women and children, they are actually approaching liberals and radicals to find the solutions for their problems. Now next is liberals, radicals themselves were property owners and employers. Now because whether the liberals and radicals, they are searching for the solutions for that housing and unemployment problem prevalent in the Europe. But it was also the other part that liberals and radicals were also among that industrialists who are in favor of industrialization. Next is that liberals and radicals made their wealth through trade or industrial ventures, but they believed that ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਬਿਲੀਵ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਰਕਰਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇਕੋਨਮੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ देयर वर्किंग सिचुएशन वर्किंग कंडीशनस ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਹੈਲਦੀ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਜੇ ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ਨਸ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਬੀ ਐਜੂਕੇਟਡ ਤਦ ਹੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਲਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ that will be worked properly because it will provide a skilled labor to the industries. Now they also opposed the privileges of old aristocracy. Now liberals and radicals they also oppose the privileges of old aristocracy ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ old ਜਿਹੜੇ nobles ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਸਾਰੀ privileges ਮਿਲੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ economic concentration ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ hands ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ they firmly believed in the value of individual effort labor and enterprises ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੇ workers are working there they should get the benefit of proper working condition as well as they should not be poorly paid ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ wages ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹ increase ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ now ਹੁਣ liberals and radicals ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਏ because ਉਹਨਾਂ nation wide work ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ now ਹੁਣ ਉਹ nationalist ਵਿੱਚ turn ਹੋ ਗਏ because ਪਹਿਲਾਂ liberals and radicals they were scattered here and there in the different parts of the country. Now they are working for their nation, so now they become nationalist. Now we are discussing about the role of nationalist. Now liberals and radicals they wanted revolutions to put an end to monarchical government in Europe in 1815 because they know that due to monarchical the old aristocrats get the benefits, they have the economic concentration, that is why it deteriorating the situation of laborers. That is why liberals and radicals they were in favor that monarchical rule ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ that should came to an end. ਹੁਣ ਯੂਰਪ ਦੇ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਪਾਰਟਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੈਵੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ revolution in France, Italy, Germany and Russia worked to overthrow existing monarchy. They want it should be put to an end now monarchical rule. That is why it is not prevalent in one part. It is moving in the different parts of the Europe. Now another example is the Giuseppe Mazzini. That is after 1815. He conspired with the others to achieve this in Italy. They want कि एक जड़ा socialism जड़ा हैगा वो इटली विच prevalent होना चाहिए. So जड़ा Giuseppe Mazzini सी ਉਹਨੇ ਸੇਮ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੀ ਮੂਵਮੈਂਟ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਇਟਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਓ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਮੂਵਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਦਾ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲਿਸਟ ਨੇ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੁਣ ਕਨਸੈਪਟ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਰਾਈਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਜ਼ਮ ਦਾ ਅਰਲੀਅਰ ਕਿ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਾਈਟਸ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਵਰ ਉਹਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਡੀਕੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਓਲਡ ਐਰਿਸਟੋਕ੍ਰੇਟਸ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਿਸਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਨਸੈਪਟ ਨਿਊ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਜ਼ਮ ਹੁਣ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਜ਼ਮ ਦਾ ਮੀਨਿੰਗ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਹਾਂ a system or condition of society because socialism relates with the society. So a system or condition of society in which the means of production are owned and controlled by the state. ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਮੀਨਸ ਆਫ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਲੈਂਡ ਲੇਬਰ ਕੈਪੀਟਲ ਐਂਟਰਪ੍ਰੈਨਿਓਰ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਉਸ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਜ਼ਮ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਕਨਸੈਪਟ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਸਟ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਪਰਸਨਸ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਦ ਪੀਪਲ ਹੂ ਆਰ ਅਗੇਂਸਟ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਿਲੀਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਪਾਵਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਸਟ ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਰ ਅਗੇਂਸਟ ਦ ਆਈਡੀਆ ਆਫ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ. Now moving to the next is so the socialist solution they gave to the problem is cooperative. ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਜ਼ਮ ਨੇ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਸਟ ਪੀਪਲ ਨੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰਨ ਕਰਨੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖੋ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵਸ ਮਿਲ ਜੁਲ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੋ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵਸ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵਸ ਵਰ ਦਾ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਪੀਪਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਗੁੱਡਸ ਟੂਗੈਦਰ ਔਰ ਡਿਵਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਉਹ ਕਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਅਮੰਗ ਦੈਮਸੈਲਵਸ ਅਕੋਰਡਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਦਾ ਵਰਕ ਦੇ ਹੈਵ ਡਨ ਸੋ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਸਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਡਿਵਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਵਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟੂ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਵਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਿਸਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ one is of the Robert Owen and other is of the Louis Blanc. ਹੁਣ ਰੋਬਰਟ ਓਇਨ ਹੀ ਵਾਸ ਅ ਮੈਨੂਫੈਕਚਰਰ ਇਨ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਸੀ ਮੈਨੂਫੈਕਚਰਰ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਇੰਡੀਵਿਜੂਅਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਬਣਾਉਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ ਸੋ ਰੋਬਰਟ ਓਨ ਹੀ ਬਿਲਡ ਅ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਐਂਡ ਹੀ ਵਾਸ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਇਨ ਮੇਕਿੰਗ ਅ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੈਟ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਫਾਰਮ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਨਿਊ ਹਾਰਮਨੀ ਇੰਡੀਆਨਾ USA ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ he built a cooperative community called New Harmony Indiana USA. He believed in individual initiatives. Now the other was of the different vision was Louis Blanc. Louis Blanc believed that the government should form cooperatives and replaced the capitalists, so that the government should divide the profits according to the works done by the members. Louis Blanc was in that favor, so that we have two different visions of socialist. Now moving to the next is that was the about the communism, because after socialist a new terminology came into existence that is related with the community, that is communism. Now communism was given by by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. What they have diagnosed about the problem in Europe was capitalist society, that is the few people who have the economic concentration, economic power is concentrated in the hands of the few people. They diagnosed that the problem is the capitalist society, and the solution to that problem is the communist society. Now what was the theory of Karl Marx at that time? Now Karl Marx, what he wants that profits of capitalist was produced by the workers. Okay, and the workers they produced, they worked in the industries, that is why capitalist gets a profit. So workers had to overthrow capitalism and rule of private property. So ਇਹਦਾ मतलब कि the whole power is in the hands of the workers. So workers, they should raise their voice against the capitalism, and they should remove that the rule of private property. Now a communist society was a natural society of the future. It was a very common natural feature of the society that communist ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ believe ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ workers ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ they should get the proper rights and the proper wages for their work done. Now for the support for the socialism, now in 1870s socialist ideas spread in Europe. Socialists formed an international body called Second International, because there was not a proper body at that time, but in 1870s they formed a Second International. In the same manner, workers in England and Germany began forming association to fight for better living and working conditions, because as socialism gets support in throughout the Europe, so in German and in England the people are forming the associations. They now also organizing set up the funds in the times of their emergencies, because they know that without the funds they cannot, their association will not work properly. So they demanded reduction of working hours and right to vote, because they know that the workers had to work for 10 to 15 hours in a day, and that deteriorates their health condition. That is why the Second International, they demanded reduction of working hours and right to vote. Now in Germany, because the Second International was formed in 1870s, that in Germany a Social Democratic Party, in Britain in 1905 Labour Party, and a Socialist Party in France that was formed. But till 1914 they don't have the proper government, because socialist parties have formed but they don't have a clear government in any country till 1914. So still the government was of conservatives was there, but ideas of liberals and radicals that start shaping their legislation and judiciary. So moving to the next topic is the Russian Revolution. After that we are moving to the next topic, that is the Russian Revolution. Now the socialists took over the government in Russia through the October Revolution. Now socialists took over the government in Russia through October Revolution of 1917, the fall of monarchy in February 1917, and the events of October are called Russian Revolution. Now moving next, what was the state of Russia at that time? Autocratic Tsar Nicholas II ruled Russia. Tsar means the king. उस time ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ Tsar Nicholas II that ruled the Russia. Russia was a big empire. The major religions that were propagated over there were Russian Orthodox Christianity was there, but ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੁਝ empires ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ other religions were also found, that are Catholics, Protestants, Muslims as well as Buddhist. Now the economy and the society of Russia at that time. Now majority population of Russia get their livelihood from agriculture. 85% of population earned living from agriculture. Cultivators at that time produced for the market as well as for to satisfy their own needs. So Russia was a major exporter of grain, because as 85% of Russian population indulged in agriculture. Now, because industrialization has been taking place in different parts of the world, so in Russia also industries were start setting, whether in pockets. So prominent industrial areas were St. Petersburg and Moscow. Craftsmen were also present there. In 1890s, many factories were set up and there was a foreign investment also. Now again there we have in Russia railway network was extended, because railway network show extension या expansion shows that there was industrialization as well as production of other goods at a very increasing rate. That is, coal production has been doubled and iron and steel output has been increased 4 times, and this has been only possible due to the expansion of railways. Now, most of industries, that is private property and industrialists, they are having the greater hold on the industries of the Russia. Now government try to supervise them to ensure that so that the laborers get the minimum wages and the limited hours of work should be there. But as we know, rules were often broken by the capitalists. Now working hours were for craftsmen and workshop jehde kaam karte si, they are working for 15 hours, and then the factories the work laborers were work for 10 to 12 hours. Now there is another aspect of the division of labor, that is division of labor has been in the social groups. Now it is divided by the skills, जिस तरह metal workers हो गए, craftsmen हो गए. Now the very surprising thing was that at that time was women participation in the factories was 31%. 31% of factory labor force was women, but as usual they were paid very less as compared to the men. Now division among workers can be seen in dress and manners too. The way the person is working, they have their different dress codes. Now the role of workers association, because industrialization has been started in the Europe at that time, so it leads to the formations of workers association also. As there was increase in unemployment, and as well as the capitalists removed the workers from the factories, that is why that unemployed workers, they form workers association. Now workers formed association to help members in times of unemployment. The workers unite to strike work. Strikes took place frequently in the textile and metal industries because they were exploited, as their working hours were very prolonged and their wages are very poor. Now, because 85% of Russia's population indulge in agriculture, so peasants of Russian peasants were different from the rest of the Europe. Now peasants, they produced together and divided the profit. That means producers होते उस टाइम के ऊपर कम्यून सिस्टम चलता सी कि सारे इकट्ठे मिलके प्रोडक्शन करते सी, and they divided the profits according to the work done by the each individual. But they disrespect the nobility because they know that nobles getting the benefit by the birth, they are ruling the poor peasants and exploiting them. That is why they disrespect the nobility. They divided the like workers. Like workers, their division, they according CEO, they wanted the land of the nobles, because peasants, landless agricultural laborers, they don't have any lands, but the nobles, they have the majority of the lands. That is why the peasants, they wanted the land of nobles. They refused them to pay rent and murdered also landlords for that. In 1905, the murders were common in Russia just because of the nobles. Now, socialism in Russia. As we know that in 1905, the peasants, they were again become against the nobles. So there was a proper socialism in Russia. All political parties were illegal in Russia before 1914. Russian Democratic Workers' Party formed in 1998, whether they have declared it illegal. Now that Russian Democratic Workers, they set up newspaper so that the idea of socialism should be propagated in the all parts of Russia. They have the mobilized workers who give the speeches, as well as they have organized strikes to raise the voice against the nobles as well as of the capitalists, those who were exploiting the workers. Now, Russian socialists felt peasants, they felt that Russian socialists felt that Russian peasants are already a natural socialist. How this come? Now, first is Russian, as we know that the peasants have become the main force of revolution because 85% of population indulge in agriculture. Now, custom of dividing lands periodically made them natural socialists. Also, now the peasants, they also formed a socialist revolutionary party in 1990 which struggled for peasants' rights and the demand for the land of nobles to be given to the peasants. That easily shown that revolution has started its first phase. Now at that time Vladimir Lenin, he was not in favor that the peasants should participate because he think that they are not united groups, because when we discuss about the peasants, there are some rich peasants or there are some poor peasants are also among them. Some are laborers, worker, as well as some are capitalists. So Lenin has an opinion that he believed that in a repressive society like Tsarist Russia, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਰਾਜਾ ਰਾਜ ਕਰਦਾ ਪਿਆ, ਉੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਨੀਡ ਅ ਡਿਸਿਪਲਿਨਡ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਵੇਅਰ ਨੰਬਰ ਐਂਡ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਵਰਕਰਸ ਮੈਟਰ. ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਵਰਕਰਸ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਬੀ देयर who are very revolutionized. That is why Lenin, he did not believe that peasants are a united group. Now there was a conflict between Bolsheviks versus Mensheviks. Now majority of groups were of the Bolsheviks and minority is the Mensheviks. Bolsheviks is led by the Lenin and Mensheviks were led by the Martov. Now Bolsheviks believed that the parties which they formed should have proper discipline and number, and the quality of members should be considered while giving the membership. Whereas Mensheviks believed in party should be open to all those who wants to become a member of this revolution, they should participate in it. Now there was, as we know that the phase has been started of revolution, so there was a turbulent time in 1905, that is a socialist democratic workers, socialist revolutionary, peasants, workers, Muslims, they have their proper conflict with the Tsar. In 1905 revolution, they demanded a constitution that should be followed in the Russia. Now the reasons for revolutions that were because bad year for Russian workers, because they were on continuous strike, having a conflict with the capitalists. The prices of essentials increased and the real wages declined by 20%. That is why there was a frequent strikes in that year. So membership, as a result, as workers get frustrated from the capitalists, so they start forming the unions. The number of members of association has rose dramatically. That easily shown the exploitation done by the capitalist of the workers. Now they came the Bloody Sunday. Now before 1905 revolution, there was a Bloody Sunday. On that day, 110,000 workers on strike in St. Petersburg, and that procession was led by Father Gapin, who went to the Winter Palace. But when they are moving to the Winter Palace, they were attacked by the police and the Cossacks. During this conflict between the workers and the police, 100 workers were killed and 300 wounded. So after that, there started a series of events of such processions, and that became the 1905 revolution. Initially, it was a Bloody Sunday. That series of events that became 1905 revolution. Now, what were the demands of 1905 revolution? First demand is reduction in working hours, because they have the prolonged working hours of 10 to 15 hours at a stretch. So that is why they want that. Next is increase in wages, improvement in working condition. So as a result, there were strikes all over the countries and universities. Now the officials, bureaucrats, they also participated in the strikes. Lawyers, doctors, engineers, middle class workers, they also formed unions and they demanded a constituent assembly. So at last, Tsar, he created an elected representative parliament which is known as the Duma. After 1905, unions were declared illegal. So Tsar dismissed first Duma after the 75 days of its working and re-elected second Duma. But he warned that his powers should not be questioned, why he has dissolved at first Duma. In the fifth phase, he changed the voting laws and packed third Duma with the conservative politicians. So first and second Dumas were dismissed by the Tsar, and third Duma was formed by the Tsar of the conservative politicians, which were in favor of Tsar, not with the radicals and liberals. I hope you will understand this almost topic. Thank you.